Hello, my name is Andrea and I am going to be here showing you my first sketchbook tour. This is the first sketchbook that I ever have. This is going to be the English version. I am going to record a Spanish version later on. So basically this is my first sketchbook. It's a little bit smaller because I wanted to have some grip and control. I didn't want to create big pieces or anything. I just wanted to have like something that I could finish, even though it took me from October 16th till June 18th. This is not a mixed media. This is only 100 grams, and I like to do all my drawings or sketches in one part, and on the other I tend to write what I did, where I did it, if I used any special things, I write them on the other side. Because this is really thin, it's not for me to use both pages. So basically these stickers, if you want to know about them, these I got them in a bundle in Shein, you know, where you buy clothes and whatnot. They were in a box, so I have lots of these kittens and I like to place them here. So let's begin. This sketchbook I began with to create all my work from a sketchbook school. I took a few courses there, so these are some of them. This is color and shape, and it was like the way that I saw the, like, how can you draw something realistic with the small shapes. And then this was only pen, and what I wanted to do was to not be afraid to have one item in a special place. I tried to do all together, and it was very good for me to work on my perfectionism. Like, I don't need one space for one thing, I can just create a piece all together. These would be the rough sketches, and this would be the more structured line. And with colors, these were that I really love. These are Crayola twistables. I love them because they have a very fine point, as you can see, and you can twist them over, and they're really good like to fill in the blanks. So yes, I really like them. Here, this was from the course from Skechbook school about they draw and cook at the same time, so you can draw and create the different elements from food. I really enjoyed that course. This was the September 2016, my best things that I really enjoyed. This is my dog. This was a landmark in Celaya, Guanajuato, Mexico. Conversation between Puebla and Celaya. I was working there, and this is, I began my master's in this school that it's IEU in Puebla. I love to bake these strawberry custard type of pies, and I began bullet journaling. And this is my mom and her dog, so those were the best. Then we went to have these doggy walks, and I saw some dogs and I wanted to do quick sketches of them. And this is a challenge that I did with C Lemon. I don't know if you heard her. She has her own channel. She's adorable. And this was the December Doodle Challenge. So every day you had to fill one box with some Christmas elements. Here we have these ones, and I really enjoy it to begin the practice of drawing one thing each day, so it was very fun. So she also has like a lot of these challenges, so you can go to her page and look them up. This is a lemon parfait illustration with a heavy liner and just wash underneath. As I said, this is very thin, so it's not the best paper to work with this. And I tried with some coffee wash underneath and some blueberries, but yeah, it's a little bit sticky, but yeah, I don't mind. I like the way it came out. Then this is from a Skillshare class from Ana Victoria Calderon, and it was to create your own patterns. This is watercolors, and these are some ideas. Some of them were inspired by her, and other ones were my own creation with different colors and different palettes that I liked. By the way, this watercolor is it's a hobby. They are the brand is named Hobby. It's a Mexican one. It's not super professional, and they tend to, you know, to leave some chalk behind it, but I really enjoy them. I would really like to create this as a Society 6 template because I really loved it. So maybe when I have the time I will do it. And then I began working with botanicals, and I wanted to do some studies from botanical illustrations, and I used these are called the Maped GraphPeeps, and they are like, I think the Stabilo brand is the one that we are most known for, but these are very good. So what I did is I tried to look for blue botanicals, and I did some sketches, and then some orange ones, and then the yellow ones. I don't know if you can see them because it's really bright. Pinks, and I think they were very successful just to clutter them there, and you begin building your own mental library of botanicals that you can use whenever. This was also from a Victoria class from drawing gems, and how you can create these little shimmers or like different colors inside your gems by this. These are some of her exercises. Gem practice from Skillshare, Ana Victoria Calderon, another Mexican artist. Here I wanted to play with some expressions, like simple expressions for kawaii faces. Here I tried to play with some loose florals. I think that this was from, yes, Amarilis Henderson. She has a Skillshare class, and I tried to do these loose florals with some, you know, droplets of watercolors underneath. And here it was like a recipe to create some fava beans that in Spanish I call habas, and you can do a salad with them. I really like them. And this was like my first full sort of illustration from a song that I really love, that it's called Sunny. Thank you for the sunshine bouquet. Yeah, love it. So yes, I did this, and here it is, my thought process behind it. How would I choose the layering, or what type of fonts would I use? Then another type of structure for another illustration that I haven't done. This was my attempt to replicate this pattern that I told you that I really loved. As you can see, it's kind of the same, but this is done with acrylics, and this is watercolor. So, and this is watercolor and fine liner, and in this case it was a liner with acrylics, and like I think it was a bath brand of wash underneath. But yeah, here I really love Liana He. She is an illustrator, and she does these adorable mermaids, so I wanted to do some studies of her. Here I wanted to create my own version of what I feel eyes should look like. And these, from now on, all of these that are lettering, I took a course with Andrea, what's her name? The class is Creative Lettering from Sketchbook School, from Andrea. I can't remember her last name. I will let you know in a little bit. Maybe I wrote it here. But yeah, she is from London, and she has this class in Sketchbook School. So all of this has to do with, for example, in this case, to play with lining underneath. And I took some lyrics from songs that I really liked. Here is the Riverly from Adele song, and it's how can you incorporate different patterns or textures into words. This one is Fast Love from George Michael, with my own lettering, and just trying to do something with this little, you know, like confetti thingies. Yeah. Here you have I love this because you play with big and small, like capital letters and lowercase, capital, lowercase, to create a different look for your lettering. And this is a poem that a friend of mine showed me, and I really liked it. And the overall, underneath we have acrylics, and then we have, I believe that this is Sharpie, that it's a metallic Sharpie, and this shadows is with a fine liner underneath. This is another one with just Sharpie and then some twistables. Here is another one. How could you take an illustration from a thing and make it from that? For example, so this is a faucet, and you have here the hose, and with the hose you dried gardening, you know. Then I wrote Cookie in honor of my dog. Her name is Cookie, so some chocolate chip cookies, which I really love, and these were done with other twistables also. Here a class from the same class, how to do twirls and lines. And here what I did is I created with, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, it's just the dots, the initial dots are made with acrylics, and then this is twistables, and I wanted to use masking fluid to use like a negative space thing to bring out the word. This was one of my first and maybe not the best quality masking fluid, but yeah. And here I began my first Inktober ever. And Inktober, if you don't know, is you make a drawing, one drawing per October, and I drew dogs. So here are some of them. I began doing these like markers, but they were very heavy markers. They were like water-based markers, and I wasn't super comfortable with them. This one in particular, I think that the nose is more pig-like nose, but yeah, I always think that if you create something that you are not particularly proud of, you just keep it, because that's something that you did that you will learn how to solve in the future. So maybe like in 10 years from now or 5 years, I will try to redo them, and I will have the before and after to know for myself that I have evolved. So please, if you are doing sketches, just be gentle with yourself. Do it again, doesn't matter. These are Carlota and Maximiliano. He passed away, but she is my sister dog. This one is Chimmy. I know that you have seen him in my stories in my Instagram. It's not his most favorable portrait, but oh well. This one is Panita. She passed away. Her name was Pandora. This one is Cookie when she was a tiny baby. Now she's all grown up. And yeah, I try to look for different type of images do online. This papillon is not also very successful, but I really like it. When I switched to colors, like pencil colors, I think that they give me a more softer line that I really enjoy. So this kind of fur, when you use it in markers, is not super effective. But when you use it with colors, you can layer them, and it's more, it's softer, and it helps a lot with the illustration. So after that, I try to do both, like a little bit of a marker, a little bit of color. This is a Cholo Squinkle, that it's a Mexican type of dog. And yeah, they are meant to be this kind of not so beautiful, but I would not say ugly. And then here I just like try to go with the colors. In this case, I try to use baby blue color pencil instead of white, and I think that it was very good. And this is a Frenchie, Welsh Terrier. Actually, this kind of fuzzy hair is the one that I wanted to replicate with Cookie. I don't know where is she with this. So as you can see, oh, this is another one. As you can see, this is way better than this one. So that's what I love about challenges, that when you begin, you are trying to solve it day after day, and yes, you get much better results. The more that you keep on drawing, the better that you get at it. This is a Napolitan Mastiff that is very wrinkly, and I try to do some of the wrinkles with pen and then with different pencils, and I really like them. This one is very good, this border collie. I use mostly color pencils, and this is a Commodore. I really love it. Look, I think that this way of just like enunciating the braids of the dog is way more efficient than this one. For example, this one, instead of just making these really rough lines, I could just outline them, and it's nothing else. The only thing that it's color is this, but you can see like it's less clutter than the other one. Here I just did the white with this, and I play with these Scotch Terriers. This is a Basenji. In this case, I really love the way these wrinkles came out better than the Mastiff. Here, as you can see, oh, hello, are we still here? No, yes. Hello, yeah, I think we're still here. So yes, I had a situation. So I think these wrinkles are more effective in this way, where I outline them and gently came back them instead of just drawing them with the pen. I think that these were better. So yes, those are the things that you learn. Oof, this fluffy dude is awesome, and it's just like, you know. So yeah, that was day 24, 25. You begin exploring and saying, I'm more comfortable with this technique, I feel better with this. So yes, I think that's what I love about these challenges. They are like studies, and they help you understand shapes better. And it's not the same when you draw one dog than when you are in 29 out of 31, right? This Afghan is super sleek and sexy with the hair. She has her own personality. I just love her. This is another one, German Shepherd, and that's it. Those were my first Inktovers. Here we keep on playing with the Andreas from a sketchbook school. Here it's an outline, some coloring with colors, and the rest black to pop them up. Bubble type of lettering, and this resembles wood. This is kind of like a yarn. This one, this one I created with some stamps made out of potato, like the vegetables. You cut them out and you stamp them to create the word bear. So, and that's a bear, and the eyes are the O's, and like in Spanish oso, so it's the eyes, O, and the S with the nose. So yeah. Then I bought these pens, the Pentel Energy Stick and the Hybrid Gel Roller, and I tried to test them out. I keep on doing the lettering challenge here, and then Christmas arrived, and I wanted to create something like Halloweeny, Christmassy, so that's why I did this pattern that I thought that I might eventually upload to Society 6. This is like a more colorful version. And then I wanted to draw something for January, like adventure weights, and I didn't know how to solve the lettering part. And this is a study of a skull to know where everything goes, what might be the proportions. This is another one. And this How to Draw Skulls was by John Bromet in Skillshare. He has this class. Then I drew my sister and her boyfriend like a cloud because she wanted me to paint something from them, and like octopus with love bubbles. Yeah. Then I did some Athena, the goddess, and I fixated a little bit on eyes and which style of eyes I would love to have. Here are some other lettering. How could I make sense in space for the lettering? Then this one that is fluorescent, and that I tried to create depth with drawing underneath each row. So yeah, and this one looks like when you do this, or the intention was to look like a neon sign. And yes, this is another one in which you use 3 types of pens and you write at the same time all together to create this. So yeah, I really liked it. This actually, I loved it so much that I created a Society 6 spread for this. This is a song in Mexico that whenever we go to the anywhere, Mexicans know how to sing Cielito Lindo. That's the song. So yeah, that's one of the parts of the song. And I tried to write here where did I take the fonts from. And finally, this was my last piece. I wanted to take this and just create it like you are invited. Maybe I could post this as the front thing from my video. So I am very happy that you came here. This is my first video. I will try to make better videos in the future with my skill set, but I'm very happy that you're here. I hope that you enjoy it and see you in the next one. Bye.